Well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everything else. Hope you and your family are enjoying great time together. Mark Packer along with Jason Swain, Chris Brown, Austin Price. Food City Locker Room brought to you by Garza Law. A couple things we'll get through in this show is as far as a basketball team is about to head into SEC play, football team headed off to the Music City Bowl, kind of where is Tennessee in the offseason. We'll start with football because the portal will be opening here very soon. Where are the first places that Tennessee is going to be looking? What position groups are we looking at?
Need to be looking at defensive tackle. I mean, first and foremost. Then, linebacker, Arion Carter leaving, and then, safety. I mean, I think right in the middle of the defense, that's where Tennessee needs to be looking, and you always want to look at overall speed as well, too, at other positions, maybe a corner, and then quarterback. I mean, I think that's the big elephant in the room. Tennessee definitely needs to go get a quarterback.
I think obviously the quarterback is the big position. You've seen a lot of names going in the portal here recently, but quarterback and defense. I mean, defensive line is going to be very important, linebacker. And then we have to retool kind of our secondary. We had two guys who didn't play a lot this season. You had Boo Carter who kind of departs. So it's kind of up in the air right there. I know Colton Hood's kind of up in the air. We'll see kind of what happens there. But I think you got to retool your defense a lot, especially bringing in a new defensive coordinator to kind of get guys that fit what he does.
There you go. That's the key.
I heard you on Swain's show the other day talking about the quarterback position. Let's get back to defense here in a second, but the quarterback position, Jake Merklinger headed to the portal. Heupel's essentially got to decide how he wants to play the quarterback position.
Yeah, I think for Coach Heupel, you have to make the decision on, do you go get a ready-made starter?
Yeah. And then how does that affect McIntyre and Brandon?
Yeah, correct. And then when you look and evaluate the quarterbacks, like how do you have them in a pecking order? Because if you have, let's just play hypotheticals here, like the Sorsby kid at Cincinnati, Levitt from Arizona State. If you have them as like the top two guys, and then after that, you're like, everything after that's just kind of
right.
Then at that point, if you miss out on the top two, then maybe you do just pivot back to, all right, let's go with Faison and George and go get a body, to add depth, because to me, the most wasteful spending you can do is take somebody that you don't have belief in and have to overpay just to get somebody that, if you're not sold, if you don't have conviction about somebody, I think you're better off to go with your eval coming out of high school. At some point, there's been plenty of sophomore quarterbacks that have played and redshirt freshman quarterbacks that have played. So you better have conviction about the guy you get out of the portal.
Do you think he plays it differently knowing that he's going between year 5 and 6? And you've seen as many coaching changes as you've seen at top programs in the SEC.
It's a good question.
And an understanding that do you have time to develop a young quarterback for your career, for Josh Heupel, versus saying, look, the quarterback's the guy I've got to get. I got to pay whatever I got to get Levitt or whatever.
I think, in my opinion, you got to go and get what you got to get, and you cannot afford to wait on next year. In today's world, it's win now.
Right.
And if you don't win now, something's going to change. You also have to go and, if you're committed to Faison or you're committed to George, man, this shows your coaching. This shows your development. This shows what you can do, right? So you either have to go and get somebody in the portal that, Austin, like you said, you believe in and that you know is going to be the guy, or rely on your recruiting, rely on what you've done, and stick with the guys that you have.
I think it'd be hard to just go to the portal and just get a warm body at quarterback.
Yeah.
I think you either go get someone that you think is going to be a starter.
That's what Austin said,
or you go get someone, or you don't go get anyone, and you roll with those two quarterbacks, and then usually use all that money to surround them with enough talent to be successful. Maybe that's another running back, maybe that's more offensive line, maybe that's defense, but you surround those young guys, and if you do that, then hey, maybe they can go out there and play well. We saw what Josh Heupel was able to do with the quarterback who he did play a lot of football, but not this level of football. He took him in June, and he was able to lead the conference in passing.
Do you also factor in the schedule? You look at the schedule and you say, okay, of your first first three games, 2 of them are kind of guaranteed wins, and then Georgia Tech is, going to be a tougher game. Their program is where it is. Texas is the 4th game. So it gives you essentially 2.5 games as you look at the football schedule to prepare yourself for week 4.
You have a buffer before the 9-game.
That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah, you do, but we should have started a little earlier.
Yeah,
right?
run up to the TV and pull out the bifocals to see the schedule. But still, yeah.
The schedule is a schedule is a schedule is a schedule. Man, what is that? It's going to be tough. The 9-game SEC schedule, Austin, is brutal, right? I think we have a November stretch that'll be kind of tough, and then even a little earlier, it's going to be rough.
The one thing the conference did do Tennessee a favor with is they don't play back-to-back road games. At any point on the schedule do they go away, away. They are away, home, and it's just a rotation.
Yeah.
And outside of going to A&M, I mean, your better games, your tougher games are at home.
Home, yes, that's right.
So, I mean, back to the original point on the quarterback position, and the next segment we'll get to the defensive side. With the quarterback position, does it give you a little bit of autonomy to say, you know, we do have a 3-game buffer before we hit the SEC schedule with Texas?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, like, you do have a road game in game 2.
No, I'm getting.
You don't have a 3-game buffer.
Well, I do think you do to a degree.
If you started with Ohio State or you started with Texas or Alabama.
You're correct. You're not starting with a juggernaut. So, like, if you had to go with one of the young guys, they would have time to fill their way into it. But the problem is whether it's a new quarterback via the transfer portal or somebody that you've recruited and developed, you're throwing them by the seat of their pants into the deep end and saying swim.
No.
The other part of it is we don't know when we're going to know about Aguilar.
Well, if you don't hear before the portal opens, you just move on. It is what it is. Like, in a perfect world, you would know in the next 2 weeks about Joey. And if it's yes, then you're going full steam ahead to get him back. That's what you do. Because I do think he would like to come back. He says all the right things about next phase and all this stuff. But I think he says that because he doesn't want to get his hopes up.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to play this out like it's going to be the end. And if it's not the end, okay.
And there's no next phase that will pay him the same amount he pays a quarterback here year 2 in Tennessee. So
it's kind of like a Zakai Ziegler situation. He'll make more in Tennessee than he would.
But you want to get your hopes up. I understand totally what Austin's saying. 100% agree. But
if you don't hear that Aguilar can come back and the portal opens,
you got to go.
Better go.
And then let's just say you go after Levitt, and let's just say you pay him $3 million and you get him. And then Aguilar says, hey, I can come back. At that point in time, sorry, it didn't work out.
Thank you.
Sorry, it didn't work out.
Yeah,
we appreciate your time.
But again, I think it depends on, like, again, if let's say you're in it for one of these quarterbacks, they say they're coming January 3rd, and then you find out about Joey January 10th. I do think it gives you time to pivot there potentially if you want to, because I think it's going to be more than 3 to get either one of those quarterbacks.
It's 100% more than 3. Three's like low.
That was last year's price. They ain't today's prices.
Sorry, I remember. I'll always go back.
Million?
Hey, I'll always go back to this when Walter Nolan was playing over here at Powell, and the NIL was just getting started.
What year was
that? It was like 8 years ago. No, I'm kidding. It was when it started. But I remember 21. But I remember when the number was like 400,000, and I'm like, $400,000? Oh my gosh!
He don't play quarterback.
No, but I'm just saying $400,000 seemed like a lot then, and now it's like, that's nothing. That's for like a backup kicker.
What would you pay for a top-tier quarterback? If you had the money, what would you pay? If you had to say, I'm going to get my guy.
He has the money.
Yeah, we know.
That's why we know we're going to get a good
go.
one.
If I'm just, I got this on the sale rack at Baltus Roll. If you're hypeable going from year 5 and 6,
well, you have the money,
and you're understanding where you are, then I think you say, I got to pay whatever I got to get to the playoff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's the key, right? Like, get to the playoff. Winning a playoff game is important. You got to get there, man. I mean, you're recruiting guys, Swain, and I think with our fan base, our recruiting, our donors, everything that we have, these guys don't want to be second fiddle.
I mean, this ain't year 1 or year 2 or year 3 for Josh Heupel. I mean, I think you go all in. You go all in, and there's no tomorrow.
Let's transition to the defensive side when we come back after the break on the Food City Locker Room presented by Garza Law.
A beacon of hope in a world of high prices.
Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 volume Ford dealer.
At the Super Dealer, you choose how to conquer the road. Gas, diesel, hybrid, or all electric. Right now, get up to $23,656 off MSRP on select Ford F-150s. Or get as low as 0% for 60 months. Come see the Super Dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location,
Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash. I'm a State Farm agent here in West Knoxville. I love to serve all of East Tennessee for all of your home, car, life, and business insurance. If you need anything insurance related, give us a call at 675-0888.
I'm Tennessee basketball player JP Estrella. Let me give you a tour here of the offices at Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Costa is placing implants with a robot, and it's all done digitally. There's no guessing with this since it's all robotic. Dr. Wilco is the newest addition to the office. He loves to research the latest and greatest in technology, so the other doctors go to him for the newest product information and techniques. Dr. Malone is building teeth in the mouth. To him, cosmetic bonding is more like artwork. He does this without cutting your teeth down. It's all about building them up. Guys, we still have a problem. Do y'all have a bigger chair?
Hi, honey. I know you're super busy right now, but I ordered some ribeyes and a few other things for curbside pickup at Food City. Can you grab it on your way home?
Sure thing, hon. Gotta run. Wait, did you get some of those twice baked potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, love ya. Really gotta run.
Got a lot going on? Let the professional shoppers do the work for you. Just set a pickup time and your groceries will be ready. Try curbside pickup at Food City today.
Oh, sorry. We need dog food, too.
Keep Food City in mind as your tailgating headquarters, whether it's football, basketball, a wedding, whatever it is. Food City, your tailgating headquarters. Let's transition over to the defensive side. Dare I ask the number for a top quality defensive tackle?
Whatever it costs.
Is there not a budget? You know, I mean,
No, probably.
Well, there is a budget.
5 to 750.
what,
I'm assuming.
22 million, and then you get a second party NIL, and then you kind of at that point you kind of go with whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So there is no number.
I mean, well, in theory, sure, but I mean, there's still a number. I mean, I think
still no rules.
Tennessee's got, to me, they've got to be very aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Any names to look at?
Well, no, because none of those names are out there at this point.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's
tampering.
That's
Like, what are you
tampering.
supposed to do?
That's
Like,
tampering.
when a player has talked about going in the portal, then yes, you
He
can
said,
talk about those guys.
Any names out there?
It's like, if you're at Georgia
Mark
Tech,
anyway.
you can
We
talk
just
about.
talked about the quarterbacks,
That's
and we
because
threw out
quarterbacks'
all
names
these.
are out
Yeah,
there.
in the portal. We
they've
threw all
said
these
their
names.
intention.
Do we know of any big names that we anticipate being about without tampering and us breaking FCC regulations here on the
As
show?
of right now, no.
Okay.
But it'll likely happen
Jeez.
pretty quickly when you get there closer to. But safety to me is where it starts and ends. Like, they've got to be better in the back end. That's the one position that they've just not been good.
That they blew all their money on last year and they got nothing out of.
Well, you got nothing out of it, but I think we talked about this a little bit earlier, and you can touch on this more, Austin. You got to get guys that fit what Jim Knowles is trying to do.
Which is what you were saying before we started talking about
a buddy of mine is a big Ohio State fan. I think that's why he and Ryan Day kind of he told me, if you don't have DBs that can run his system, you're going to be in trouble. He likes to play a lot of man. He likes to play a lot of press. He likes to get in people's faces.
He's going to leave them on islands.
He's going to leave them on islands. If you don't have that, you're going to be out. I mean, you're going to be out. So I think you have to get a lot of players that fit his scheme, and I think you have to go and do that, like you're saying. Go get a safety. Go get a corner. Get you a D tackle. Get you a linebacker that can run sideline to sideline. But it's going to be tough. But I think you have to find guys that fit his scheme.
Which is why him watching practice and evaluating the players on this team, and then the recruiting class, to let him know, okay, here's what I have. All right, here's what I like that I have. Here's now what I need to go get.
I don't care how many DBs you got. Like, if you ain't stopping the run first, forget about it. I think D tackle is where you have to shore up, that position first. And I'm not saying safety's not important. I'm not saying corner and nickel's not important. But you got to stop the run first, period. And Tennessee didn't do the best job of that this year. You had quarterbacks running the football.
Yeah.
You had Arkansas that told you, I'm coming in there, I'm running. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
You can't have that. You have to stop the run first.
Texas Tech goes out and buys a team. I mean, obviously,
We all doing that. We all trying to do that.
I was.
Where'd your wife go to school?
Texas Tech. And look, and she wants to go to the semifinal if they get to Atlanta, so I'm looking at tickets, and they're super expensive. Here's my point. They've got 2 first-team All-Americans. And to Nick Saban's point, it's all well and good to spend the money, but you got to spend the money on the right guys.
Well, you got to spend it on the right guy 100%, but like Swain said, when you can stop the run, everything else comes after that. You got two dudes up front. Texas Tech was smart. I mean, at the end of the day, man, if you got to buy a roster, you buy a roster. That's what Ohio State did. That's what Texas Tech's done. A lot of these teams out on the portal, that's what you have to do. And if Coach Heupel wants to be here for year 7 and year 8 and year 9, we got to go spin the bag and get the roster, Swain.
I mean, Texas Tech's not doing anything that everybody else is not doing.
Yeah.
They're just
doing it in an easier conference.
Because they have more money.
Yeah.
I mean, so and they're doing it in an easier conference. So
yeah.
we're all trying to buy a championship. Yeah. I mean,
Texas spent a bunch of money and ended up 9-3.
Yeah. And Lamborghinis lined up as they come walking in.
Yeah. So I mean, there's going to be a team that's better at it, and the team that's better at it are the ones who pay the right players the right amount. That's what it's about.
Can I ask a question and will I get an answer? Sometimes I ask questions and you'll go, Parker, you can't ask that question, but I'm going to ask it.
Go for
you
it.
just talk about the Texas Tech had more money than us, or Texas had more money than us.
They do.
Does Tennessee have enough money to go buy a championship?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, are you kidding me?
If he said it, then you'll need my answer.
Yes.
But I value your opinion, so I'm always going to look
What do
at
you think?
Well, I mean, you have to be willing to spend that money. So I think we've had it, last year. You have to be willing to spend it. I think Tennessee is willing.
What's holding us back?
We sitting here and not in the playoffs.
Well, I do think this. I think the conversation, what we alluded to is you spent a lot of money in the defensive backfield and you had some bad luck.
You did. You had bad luck with Ricky Gibson. You had bad luck with Jamar McCoy, and then Boo Carter is Boo Carter. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's over $2 million that.
Had those three guys been playing like you thought they were going to be playing.
Then Tennessee's defense probably gets more stops, plays a little bit better.
Probably in the playoff.
And
they're probably in the playoff.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
All right.
I would say you get the stop against Georgia. You don't even have to come down to the field goal
Yeah.
attempt. And then Oklahoma again, and we'll see. I mean, that's another one that's pretty close. I would, as one former coach told me this week, if David Sanders doesn't shift the wrong way, you're going up 14-0, and it's Katie bar the door against Oklahoma. Yeah. Instead, it was tied, and things just fell apart from there.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk about basketball. As SEC play is about to get started, it appears that Rick Barnes has this team headed in the right direction. A nice win over Louisville. We'll talk about that next.
Make your holiday wishes come true when you visit Ted Russell Lincoln Knoxville during the Lincoln Wish List sales event. The power of Sanctuary is in your hands with 0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select new 2025 Lincoln models. Plus, receive a $1,000 bonus cash on all 2025 Lincolns. It's time to unwrap savings and treat yourself to elegance, comfort, and innovation. Visit Ted Russell Lincoln Knoxville and watch your wishes become a reality during the Lincoln Wish List sales event.
I still have spots on my glasses, even with the most expensive cleaners.
Whoa, AquaClear can fix that.
If I don't squeegee this, I still see spots.
Are you tired of still seeing spots? AquaClear can fix that.
Faded laundry again?
AquaClear can fix that.
Here we are again at one of our favorite times of the year.
It's time for the Fish Pantry Christmas card mail out.
You guys have been huge supporters of Fish for many years.
Send your Christmas card list to Fish, and they mail Christmas cards to everyone on your list. They stamp, mail, and send them for a mere $5 donation per card. That's it.
The need has never been greater.
Why don't you visit fishpantry.org for all the details.
All right, we're back. We're going to transition now to basketball. You know, we've talked about Rick Barnes and this team that they've got, an impressive 21-point win over Louisville. It appears to be a team that has the talent that if they gel together, could make some noise this year.
Yeah, we talked last week. Coach Barnes is building this team for a long run late. And I think these early games, that 3-game losing streak we had, he kind of left guys in positions, kind of let them see how they did. And I think coming back home last night to Food City Center and having the home crowd behind you, Gillespie was hot, played extremely well. I think you kind of got to see our guys feed off of our crowd, which is very nice to see.
Tennessee played to their identity. That's physical basketball, rebounding the basketball. Tennessee is the best rebounding team in the country, and the front court is as strong as any front court in the country with depth. And then Jalen Carey is playing very, very well. He can go to another level. Estrella, at par, those guys are playing very great. And then you got a little bit more from Amen. Like, he was more comfortable, 13 points, 7 rebounds, still had some trouble with the physicality, but still was able to rise over defenders and get his shot off. And this is a perfect team for the SEC, a physical league that's athletic. Some of the matchups that Tennessee faced earlier in the season when they had a couple losses, I don't think they faced many teams like that in this conference. The conference is down this year. Tennessee can absolutely win this conference. So I think they're playing well at the right time right now.
Jacoby Gillespie, 23 points, 10 for 10 from the free throw line.
20 in the second half.
Yeah.
He had 3 at the half. I mean, again, this is a team that I think its best basketball is still ahead of it. Everything that touches the basketball on a routine basis, which is all the guards, are new. And so I think they're going to continue to get better. I like this team. You have these 2 cupcake games in between Louisville and the start of SEC play, which is at Arkansas in early January. I think that's good just to continue to get momentum, build some confidence, let players like Dwayne Brown, who you started against Louisville, didn't score, let him continue to build some confidence. Amari Evans, you saw what he was able to bring. He did foul out, but he got his licks in there in that game against Louisville. Yeah. I like this team a lot, the depth that they have. And it's not just depth at guard, it's depth in the post. Depth in the post is huge come March, and I love the way Jalen Carey plays. And J.P. Estrella, when he is on and not having to be wrapped in bubble wrap, his little jump hook is near impossible to stop because he gets it off so fast.
Yeah. But back, okay, everything goes back to the transfer portal and NIL. Sorry, every single thing we talk about goes back to that. I'm sorry that it does. But to the point of Rick Barnes saying that he wants this team to be its best when you get to tournament time, is every team in the country not having to do that because every team's having to reset from the ground up at the start of the season because of where we are in college athletics?
Every team has to do that every year.
In today's world, that's just what it is.
Every year they have to play well at the right time.
Yeah. No, but you know what I'm saying. Every year you're starting over again and you're trying. Everybody's got to learn each other.
That's every year basketball now, Packer. Like that's just what
now
they do.
It is. I got gray hair. You don't. I'm not used to this.
You had teams that were heavy on one and done.
Because basketball's always been one and done. You mean
for some programs, not all of them.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is it's only been recent where you had to go to college for a certain amount of time and do this, right?
So, Kentucky and Duke for the longest time were the one and done programs, and you knew they were a different team at the start than they were at the end of the season. While all these other people, you knew who all the players were during the year, and they played together for 2 or 3 years.
You know what, Mark? You're right. NIL, transfer portal, everyone has to deal with the same thing. Everyone has a new team. Everyone's learning each other. Kentucky has spent more money than anybody else in the country, and they're not good right now. Okay? So it's about your ability to make the team gel, and that's something that Tennessee has had to do. Yeah. And they're doing a better job with that. You got it, Mark.
Here's the easiest bet in sports. On next week's show, he'll be talking about NIL and the transfer portal as well.
That's all we talk about.
It's the layout.
Take a break. We're going to talk about keys to victory when we come back.
Portal.
It's just different.
Yeah, NIL. It's new.
Transfer portal.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair is proud to be celebrating 70 years of serving East Tennessee. That's 70 years of old school customer service, trustworthy auto repair, and of course, great deals on tires. Each one of our 5 convenient East Tennessee locations feature family-friendly waiting areas, and you can schedule appointments and search for tires right on our website at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown values. For 70 years and counting, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joel Ash, a Knoxville native and the owner of Ash Chiropractic and Wellness. We would like to help you on every step along your health journey, whether that's chiropractic care, soft tissue work, or diet and exercise help. I'm located in the Renaissance Plaza. You can give me a call at 865-671-1000.
Hi, I'm Matt Marshall with Exterior Home Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dustin Woodson, also with Exterior Home Solutions.
We are now easier than ever to find, right off of I-75 and Merchants Road.
It's a new location, but the same trusted expertise in roofing and siding that you've come to trust over the past 25 years.
Local quality craftsmanship, licensed and insured.
For the best and most trusted name in roofing and siding, scan the QR code on your screen.
Exterior Home Solutions, when it has to be the best.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
Here we are again at one of our favorite times of the year.
It's time for the Fish Pantry Christmas card mail out.
You guys have been huge supporters of Fish for many years.
Send your Christmas card list to Fish, and they mail Christmas cards to everyone on your list. They stamp, mail, and send them for a mere $5 donation per card. That's it.
The need has never been greater.
Why don't you visit fishpantry.org for all the details.
Hey, wherever you are across the great state of Tennessee, Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm can help you out. Why hire an out-of-state lawyer to handle your in-state issues? Visit GarzaLaw.com. Get the help you need whenever challenges come your way. During the commercial break, the guys have all thrown out that we should do an E60 show started by me about NIL because I won't stop talking about it. By the way, who's playing in the bowl game and then who's going to the portal? Tennessee and Illinois. Keys to the game, guys. Portal.
You got to match the physicality of Illinois. They're a Big Ten team, and so you know what you're going to get there in the trenches. Must exploit the speed advantage that you have playing in the SEC. Got a lot of speed on the outside. Got to produce explosive plays offensively, limit explosive plays defensively. I think those are the keys to the game, on top of winning in the transfer portal and winning in NIL.
Yeah, I think you got to run the ball effectively. I think that's a really big key. Controlling the line of scrimmage. Joey go out with a bang. I mean, obviously you're losing Chris Brazzell, him going pro. And then what's the defensive identity? I mean, obviously Tim Banks is gone. You're going to have a lot of fresh faces in there with going. And again, the last thing is the NIL. I mean, you got to make sure the portal's good.
You guys are killing me. Killing me. How many guys are opting out, Austin?
Well, there's a few.
Let's see.
But I think the key in a lot of this for Tennessee is the communication on defense. And all jokes aside about all that stuff, and I'll refrain. I bust Piker's chops enough. To the point that people come up to me out in public, they're like, that's the favorite part of my Thursday nights, when you get after Packer. Get that all the time. But I think it's communication on defense. I mean, you're not going to have Arion Carter. You're probably not going to have Colton Hood. You don't have Tim Banks. So Weeman just calling the defense. Yep. What kind of wrinkles does he throw at it?
Identity?
How do you, what's the identity? Yeah. I think that's the key in this game. Offensively, I think you're going to move it. I think you're going to score points. Defensively, can they get stops? Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be the real key. And Illinois can throw it around. Altmaier's a solid little player. So, you're going to have to defend him pretty well and defend the pass pretty well, even for a Big Ten team.
We was hoping he was going to get into the transfer portal last year, but he didn't get into the transfer portal. He'll be getting to a different transfer portal after his career is over.
Jim Knowles will be analyzing talent to see what he wants out of the portal. Didn't you say that? Happy holidays, everybody. You said that.